Good day, students. This is John DeGroat, and this is a piece of a lecture that I give on communication. It's called So What You're Really Saying. And when we think about when we're leading worship or when we're presenting something in front of a group of people, or even just the way that we carry out our daily lives, it's all saying something. And oftentimes we don't consider the ramifications of what we're communicating. I want to start with a guy named Marshall McLuhan. He was a philosopher in the mid-20th century. He coined a phrase called the medium is the message. And what he means by that is that a people group or a culture is actually shaped more by the media that it uses to communicate than the content that's found within the medium itself. So, for example, he uses the way in the Middle Ages, the way people would gather around fires. It was very circular, very disjointed, and like castles, if you look at them from an aerial view, they're generally some kind of circular-ish wall around the castle, and people would exist outside of the wall, and they'd gather into the castle if trouble struck. There was not a lot of uniformity. But then with the invention of the printing press, if you fast forward a few years later, the actual method of engaging the readings of the printing press started to change the way that people even thought. We started becoming much more of a linear, left to right, top to bottom. Even our architecture, the way, if you look at two skyscrapers, the way that the windows are shaped and formed, they actually reflect a book in some ways. And we started getting scientific reasoning and deduction, these kinds of things. And so his philosophy is that our media actually shapes us as a people more than even the content itself. It shapes the way we look, the way we act, the way we think, and even the structure of our brains. Think about this in terms of the internet or television. It's fascinating.